Today on Law Daily News, TxDOT is considering improvements to FM 2288, Early's band director has passed away, and free flu shots are being offered to veterans. I'm James Bellini, and this is Live. We'll get to the news in a minute, but first, the Arklite Bar Grill is San Angelo's finest new sports bar. Catch all of the college and NFL action on the largest video board with 13 other flat screen TVs so you can keep up with the latest scores and updates from your favorite team and your fantasy team in an incredible environment. The Arklite also hosts fight nights for the biggest boxing matches and MMA fights, comedy shows, and more. Go visit the Arklite Bar Grill located at 441 Rio Concho Drive in San Angelo. Kicking off the news, the Texas Department of Transportation is hosting a meeting tonight at 6 p.m. to discuss improvements to FM 2288 from US 67 in San Angelo to Great Creek. The potential improvements include a full road reconstruction that would allow for two through lanes in each direction, a two-way left turn lane or exclusive left turn lanes, and a right turn lane. Also, they include new bridge structure at Potts Creek and 8-foot wide shoulders. Again, that meeting is tonight at 6 p.m. at the Contra Valley Multi-Module Terminal Annex building located at 510 North Chadburn Street in downtown San Angelo. And you can also watch the meeting on YouTube. Starting today, free flu shots are being offered to military veterans at all West Texas VA locations. The shots will be available from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. Monday through Friday with the exception of federal holidays. Veterans in San Angelo go to the Colonel Charles and Joanne Powell VA Clinic located at 4240 Southwest Boulevard next to Wells Fargo for their flu shots. You can call them at 325-658-6138, although there is no appointment necessary. Have you downloaded the San Angelo Live mobile app yet? It's free and it's the best app in the business. Download off the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store to stay up to date with news in San Angelo. And some sad news, Early ISD's band director Travis Bryant has passed away. In a Facebook post, Early ISD said it is with heavy hearts that we announce the passing of our esteemed band director, Mr. Travis Bryant, a cherished member of our staff who brought immeasurable joy to our students through music and unforgettable performances. Mr. Travis was not only a passionate advocate for the band program, but also a true member and friend to every student. His commitment to excellence and love for music inspired countless young musicians to pursue their dream. And the weather, it doesn't look like we will break that 100-degree mark, but we will get close. Right now, it is sunny outside. It's 91 degrees with a high 95. And then tonight it'll be mostly clear with a low of 73. Tomorrow the high bounces back up to 97 before dropping down to 72. And then Friday night, football night, the high is 97 and the low dips down to 71 just in time for the Friday night lights. When we come back, ASU's Jeff Girsch talks about the Rams home opener, and Joe Hyde interviewed astronaut Jose Hernandez. But first, a word from the Bass Bunch.
It's our giant tag sale.
Giant tags plus hail means one thing: Giant Tag Hail Sale prices. Right now, during our Giant Tag Hail Sale, you can get a brand new 2024 Ford Explorer XLT for just $32,977. But hurry, these are selling fast. Our Giant Tag Hail Sale at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, Houston Hart at Arden Road, or shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
So compared to the last 2 weeks, obviously for you, I'm sure you would consider this a more cleaner game. I know the total yards were kind of similar for both teams, but I mean, I'm looking at this. You cut the penalties in half, and third downs came down to 50%, which is well up from the last 2 weeks. How impressed were you with the guys' performances?
Well, it was a much needed win to start, on that part of it. So that was always better, when you win. We did. We focused a lot this week on little things, on details that matter. That's something I feel like we hadn't done a great job the first 2 weeks in tight football games against good football teams. We had too many penalties. You brought that up, and we had too many third down conversions, allowing that to happen on defense and not having our own conversions on offense. So that was stuff we focused on. We practiced. I thought very well. We've been practicing well throughout the year, but like having that extra time of staying focused on what we're trying to get locked in on, and I feel like we did a good job at that. You got to cut the penalties in a team like Eastern New Mexico that runs the ball so much, and they're going to extend drives, and that's just what things are. So you're limited in offensive possessions. They're gonna eat the clock up. I don't care how well you play on defense. They're gonna have time of possession every single time, and so that's something we really focused on this week. So very happy with the way they played, and feel like we're moving in the right direction with that.
Through the first 2 weeks, you guys have had 2 turnovers each game, and then you go into the third game, and obviously it felt like more of an offensive game for you guys, but the defense, Andrew Pitts has another pick this year, and then all of a sudden you guys also get that first turnover to, go up 7-0. What has the message been to the defense to continue giving you guys more opportunities on offense?
Well, I mean, you got to be opportunistic. You got to go out there and take the ball away when they throw it to you. Andrew had a great pick and returned it down to, inside the 15 or whatever it was, but he had another one he probably should have had. We gave him a hard time about it, hit him right in the hands. But, that's one that probably ends the game, if he has that. So just continuing to get our guys in good position. The ball was on the ground 2 other times in the game that Eastern had with again, running the triple. You're going to have the ball on the ground sometimes. It's a lot of read things. So, we missed 2 opportunities with the ball on the ground, but really proud of the way they keep battling. Our defensive guys, we had a lot of returners on that side of the ball, and they play fast, and that's something that we do. We preach turnovers all the time. Anytime you get possession away from that type of offense or any type of offense and add one to your side of it is huge for us. So, continue to take the ball away, and then obviously on offense, doing a good job of protecting the ball and not giving it back to them is something that we continue to practice, and we've been fortunate so far this year.
I was going to ask how you felt about your offense's ability to put the game away when they got within a touchdown late.
Yeah,
y'all didn't let them touch the ball again.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was proud of our, especially that last drive. We needed a couple first downs. They just went down and scored to make it 26-20, and I felt we had opportunities to close that game out earlier in there. Obviously, the whole situation with the fumbling the ball into the end zone, that would have been a huge score that would have put us up by 20 points. It would have been 33-13 at that time. But they went down and scored, and we needed our offense to step up. And quite frankly, our offensive line took over. They really did. They took over the game, and they out-physicaled Eastern New Mexico, which is tough to do sometimes. They're a good football team. So really proud of that. That is the expectation, though. We have 3 seniors in that group, and we have 5 guys that have played a lot of football. And actually 4 seniors in that group and 5 guys that have played a lot of football at Angelo State. So they got to be one of the things that we're going to hang our hat on, offensively this year is the O-line. So props out to them. Coach Atwell, our O-line coach, got them ready to go, challenged them all week to continue to improve. So it was great seeing those guys step up and be a big part of our success on Saturday.
4 road games in 5 weeks, like you mentioned earlier. How do you get the guys to rally through that type of adversity?
Well, the light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to have a bunch of home games at the end, on that part. But, it's just about doing your job and being professional with it and going out and handling the adversity, on that part of it. It's, it's tough, in that part, but that's scheduling in college football nowadays, especially in the Lone Star Conference when we have 2 open dates. And our location, there's not a whole lot of teams that want to come down to San Angelo to play, for multiple reasons. We've been a pretty good football team recently, and it's hard to get teams to come down and play. The other thing is it's a lot of travel. So, we do what we have to do on that part, but, just understanding the situation we're in, obviously sitting at 1 and 2, we won a football game, but, everything's not fixed. We got to continue to play well and do some great things and win a bunch of them, to reach the goals we still want to accomplish. So, challenging them, with that part of it and making sure they understand the importance from each week, game to game, want to know each week. And if it's home, great, but we're going to be on the road this week again, so go out and compete and do what we got to do to win.
Like you just, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask how you felt about the quarterback play this week. It seemed like the percentage numbers were considerably better.
Well, Braden, he's getting better and better, and that's when you have young quarterbacks in the room, the thing that's going to make them better are game reps. You know what I mean? Just getting more and more experience and that kind of thing. So I thought he did outstanding. He obviously will continue to work on things. There's things we got to get cleaned up on the offensive side, but he took a huge step forward in what he was doing, and I'm proud of him for that. I'm not surprised, though. I mean, he's a absolute top-end competitor. He works at it, and I just love his game, and he's going to continue to expand on it, and the playbooks can continue to get bigger and bigger with it, and He has a huge upside in what he's doing. So really proud of him, and Coach Kilmer too, our offensive coordinator, putting the game plan together to really put him in great situations and do things that he does well. So really happy with Braden and how he played.
That was my question too.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask about the matchup with Western New Mexico. Just how you feel about how y'all match up with them.
Yeah, I think we match up well. They're 2-1 right now. They played UTPB in a game, and that was one that was a lopsided loss for them. They beat a couple teams, so they got winning on their mind. They've done some good things. Their quarterback is, in my eyes, they lost the starter from last year. He transferred out of there, but the kid they got in there now, I think, has done a really good job for them in their games. Scrambles around with it well, throws the ball well. They got a senior running back that's done some good things. And the one thing about Western too, I think on the offensive line, they finally got some consistency in that group. So in watching their film this morning and yesterday, I think they play pretty well in the O-line and what they've been doing for over the last few years. So, we're gonna have to go out and play well. You throw in the travel like we talked about. It's a game, that you got to go and play well, quite frankly, and they're going to be excited. We're playing under the lights there at Western New Mexico, which is great. We get home about 7 in the morning on Sunday, but it's even though, because we make them play under the lights here too. So I don't have a hard time with it. But end of the day, it's a great matchup. It's a good one to get and move forward, and hopefully we can continue to get better this week and line up and play against them.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the Giants and who will never, ever flinch.
Hey, I'm Joe Hyde, San Angelo Live, and I am with Jose Hernandez, who's a astronaut with, I guess, NASA.
Yes.
With NASA, and you came here to speak in San Angelo.
Yes, I'm retired from NASA now, so I'm not flying anymore. But yes, I came here to speak here at San Angelo for the museum, Hispanic Heritage Museum, and also I spoke to about 1,000 fifth graders earlier.
Did you
morning.
really?
Yes,
They put them all together and
They bust them all, and we spoke to them at once, and it was great.
In the astronaut program, what do you do? I mean, what have been some of the, I guess, missions you've been
Yeah.
with?
Well, you get invited to be as part of the astronaut corps, and basically you train for the first 2 years as an astronaut candidate, and that's where you learn how to be a front seater or back seater of a T-38 jet.
And T-38, of course, is they call it the white rocket. I guess it's the blue with the blue stripes with NASA. Out of Ellington and Houston.
Out of Ellington Field. And so you learn how to fly that. You learn how to operate and fly, in some cases, the space shuttle, and then when it was flying, and then how to operate the International Space Station. And then for 2 years you're doing that, and you're doing a lot of academics, orbital mechanics, flight dynamics.
What about the physicals? You've seen the right stuff,
yeah,
and they're sticking needles in there.
Yeah, well, all that, you do that on your own time. You got to stay in shape.
No, I'm talking about like your medical physicals.
Yeah, you got to pass all that. You got to pass that.
It's pretty tough.
They're pretty tough. They're harder than pilot physicals. They're more stringent. Anything wrong with you, you can get yourself, medically DQ.
Have you seen? I know you've seen it. I've been to Ellington many times, and they have the big Guppy airplane.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they go
the
up
one
there.
that opens from the front.
Yes, and that's for zero G.
No. The Guppy is to take a big hardware.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you take hardware.
I thought that was your zero G trainer.
No. That's a KC-135. That used to be the 0G. But after that, it was they retired it, and so now you got these private entities doing 0G flights.
Speaking of private entities, the big thing this decade has been the commercialization of space.
Yeah.
Tell me what your thoughts are on the commercialization of space. I mean, SpaceX, Blue Origin.
I think it's great. I think anytime you get private entity to spend $1 in space exploration, that's $1 less you and I as a taxpayer pay. And I think in the old days when I was at NASA, the only way to get to space was through NASA. And you either came in as a private citizen, but you would have to have like a PhD, be pretty smart to get in. That's the way I got in.
Right.
Or you come in through the military, but now you would have to go to test pilot school and be very good to do that.
And have an engineering degree.
An engineering degree, of course, technical degree. But now you got these companies like Blue Origin, you got SpaceX, Virgin Galactic. So I think the opportunities are even greater for kids that are thinking about going to space. There's more ways to do it.
And a lot of people who like use Starlink or things like that, you start to see these commercial applications of
the
space
benefits.
technology, the
Exactly,
benefits of it. So you kind of I think
now you could be in the Amazon and turn on you know, the TV and watch Netflix or Prime Video and watch my movie a million miles away.
You spoke to 1,000 fifth graders today. When you spoke to them, did you tell them how to get in the astronaut program? Did you give them the dream? How do you get to the dream of being an astronaut?
I give them a 5-ingredient recipe. I said, define your purpose in life, recognize how far you are, draw yourself a roadmap so you know how to get there, prepare yourself according to the challenge, work hard, never give up, and then I give them the 6th one as a bonus, perseverance. Never, ever, ever give up on yourself, because NASA rejected me not once, twice, but 11 times.
11 times.
It wasn't until the 12th time that I finally got selected.
Universities in Texas that would be good for the astronaut program.
Yeah, I think, you know, you got A&M, you got Texas.
Notice how he mentioned A&M first.
you got Texas. My son just got his PhD, not here in Texas, in Purdue, because Purdue graduates the most astronauts.
Okay. They're telling me I have to cut it off, but it's been a pleasure.
Oh, pleasure's been mine.
Jose Hernandez, astronaut, here speaking with the Hispanic Heritage Museum.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'll go back to the studio.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thanks for watching the Live Daily News Show, the only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley. Go like us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms, and download the San Angelo Live mobile app to stay up to date with news from in and around the Concho Valley. Thanks again, and we'll see you